Yeah, man. I just pulled up some stuff on Instagram, and they say she messing with ASAP Rocky, man.
Yo, it's your favorite celestial being in the flesh, but you can call me Earthwind. This is the Greater Podcast, where I get the unmitigated rain and give my uneducated opinion. Disclaimer, all advice ain't good advice. So don't say I ain't told you so, right? Listen, dating in 2023, everybody got a different perspective. So this is an opinionated show where I like to give my uneducated opinion, right? So we gonna take a trip down different people's perspective on what it is to be courted, dating, and their experiences. And I'm gonna drop a little breadcrumbs. You know me, I like to build a picture. So let me say less. All I ask is a like and subscribe. And let's get into this first video. Right? Let's stop talking.
We're these ambitious women that are like, no, I'm gonna go get it. I can still take care of my kids, but I'm gonna go make my money.
You know what type of man you have to be for a woman like us to allow you to lead?
Talk about that.
I just can't. I would bet my money we would succumb to it all for a man who could lead.
You're right.
Mm-hmm. I would bet money on the fact that I think if we were presented with the opportunity to be with a man who was just a man in every way, it's nothing more than we want than to be comfortable in our own femininity. Our masculinity is a defense tactic.
Yep.
For whenever we feel threatened, or we feel overwhelmed, or we feel not protected, or we feel not loved, or not seen, or not heard, is when we have this defense mechanism where we're like, I got it. Like, we get all tough and I got it. You don't got to do nothing. I got it. You're not gonna do this. That's cool. I'm gonna get this money and I'm gonna do this at a third, so you don't have the time.
Yeah.
But if a man really came in to your world and made you comfortable, like, listen, you don't gotta do that. You ever had a man like, yo, fix your face, calm down,
Fix your face.
It's kind of like
That's something about it that you sit back in the chair. Yeah.
The most pitbull girl.
What?
Fix your face. Come on, you good.
What's the problem? I handle. Relax.
Yeah. I got you.
That's it. All right.
Like that little conversation, you be like, my man. I don't know. My man said
You be at home alone.
It's like, girl.
First and foremost, right? Ain't no dude trying to cuddle with no pit bull. How about that? But I do understand her logic. I'm gonna be honest, fellas. This is free game to y'all if y'all take notes, because it's a lot of ways to skin a cat, as they must say, right? Having the elixir as a man to look your girl in the eyes, like, hey, calm all that shit down. Like, hey, fix your face. Hey, you look good. Hey, what I say? Hey, I got this. Hey, fill in the blank, right? Whatever that is. Being able to say that with a sturdy base, it really don't make a difference where level in life you is as a man. You're going to win more times than not. And that's the thing, right? These women, of course, they up in life, so they only go date men that's up. I get it, right? The type of man that they talking about applies to all men in all walks of life, though. So I'm going to keep this free game for the fellas. Being able to stand on something, have some principles, and say something with conviction goes a long way, right? The more you got to stand on, the more weight that your words have, right? So in principle, yes, you could be working that Family Dollar, making $12 an hour, and you tell your girl, hey, fix your face, calm down, right? Because she want to go out with her girls and somebody paying for the VIP and she want to go something that you can't afford, right? Theoretically, in theory, that Family Dollar dude, it'll work, right? Maybe not as efficiently as a dude who was up, but nevertheless, in practicality for men, having that elixir to be definite, be the line in the sand to mean that. All girls love that. It's just the same way a man love or appreciate a feminine woman, a woman who basks in her feminine energy, right? We love that. That's an elixir to us that make us weak. To women love that man who would be like, boom, this is what it is. Stop talking. Next subject, right? I do believe that women can be feminine for any man in any walk of life. It's just a matter of fact of her accepting them. Whether he's leading her in the right direction or the wrong direction, or she dating a bum, women have shown you the capacity to to be able to be feminine for a man and totally submit to a man. So it's all about what elixir that man is giving off to that woman, right? So, because society is showing us, like, damn, that's your boy, that's your man's him, you struggling like this? Man, you come rock with a real one. But listen, y'all, listen. As I digress, let me say less uneducated opinions. Be Greater Podcast. If you still listening to me at this point, like, subscribe. Let's get to the next video. We talking about perspectives in dating, right? That's what we at. Everybody got a perspective.
These ladies, you know I love you to death, but y'all got to stop with this goofy ass cap of what he won't do, the next man will. As a 38-year-old eligible bachelorette, I could tell you right now, the next man probably won't. You get it worse from him. But something that I really want to discuss with y'all, and this is going to catch me smoke, but you can't cancel reality. The playing field is not level. There are more good single women than there are good single men. And the reality is, what you won't do, the next bitch actually will. There are good women with good pussy and good credit and good manners, thirsty as fuck to come scoop up a man who will go 50% on the bills and come home at night to play his little fucking game. You feel me? You're so worried about aesthetics and keeping up with the Joneses and what so-and-so did on fucking Instagram. You feel like your man ain't putting on for you. Let me tell you something. A good man is a man who comes home every night. It's a man who listens and communicates to you. It's a man who doesn't cheat. It's a man who pays bills and shows up for the children and fixes things where he can. That's a damn good fucking man. And the same way that you want to be loved, he wants to be loved too. Everybody is a fucking prize, not just you. Stop expecting these men to jump through fucking hoops to earn your love. Listen. For love that you can't even fucking reciprocate. You got to be willing to give what you want to fucking get in order for that shit to fucking last. So if you got a good man, start pouring into him and stop dangling greener pastures in front of his face. Because if you had it like that, you'd have it like that. You feel?
Man, what she just said, if you had it like that, you would have it like that. And it's real because I don't want to sound like a misogynist or no type of I hate women type energy, because sometimes with facts, feelings get involved with the truth, right? Women don't age like men, and men don't age the same way women do. Prime example, for most women, their credit score is the highest. They have the most capital when they're between 21 and 25. That when she looks the sexiest, that when she's the most perkiest, that when she's the most vibrant, her skin is the glowiest, all of that good stuff, right? The smile is the prettiest, her energy is the best. She got the least amount of trauma experiences in her life. And all the time, women have the whole world at their oyster, but they want to find themselves hot girl summer. They want to bask in their glory, and that's cool. But what happens is, a lot of times women, when they get 35, they think they still got the same amount of capital. They think their credit score is the same as when they was 25, and it just ain't the same. Now you got baggage, you got wear and tear, and it's just bad, right? And I got a joke, a mile 5 inches at a time, and it's crazy, right? Because I'm not even gonna do it. I'm gonna keep this YouTube friendly, but women believing that they have the same capital, they have the same pool as they did, or the same choices that they did when they 25. Some women, they glow up, right? They lose weight, they find themselves, whatever it may be. But for the average woman, you are at your prime between 21 and 25, and a lot of women don't push in their chips. They don't go secure the prize. They'll weigh their options, not realizing that life is harsh because a lot of them, for women, the fantasy that they have in their head, for a man to facilitate that fantasy that the average woman has, it takes money, right? And when do men start getting their money? For real, late 30s, early 40s. So men got more time to play. How long can men have kids to? Until they 90. It's dudes out here 90 years old dropping kids off, right? Women, how long can you have kids to? Till anything after 40 is high risk. Now you're going to start needing money that have good health care. I don't want to sound like the bearer of bad news, but it's just facts, right? But what do I know? As I digress, as I say, uneducated opinions, Be Greater Podcast. Let's get into the next video, man. Let me keep dropping these breadcrumbs.
What do you think the issue is with modern day The issue is these bitches just want too much from a nigga.
Why you feel that way?
I feel like that way because they just want too much from a nigga. Like, goddamn, bitch, I can give a bitch $3,000 next week. I know 2 weeks later they're gonna be like, you might hit the bitch up and be like, hey, what's up? And then she be like, oh, I'm hungry and my phone off. I just gave you $3,000. What you mean? Your phone off and you hungry.
So you can give her what's like the work, but she's still not enough.
Man, I can get that bitch $3,000 Lamborghini and like, my phone off. And if you don't pay the phone bill, you ain't shit nigga. And she complained about it to her homegirls. Bitch.
Hey, low key, that sound mad personal. That sound like he was throwing jabs at somebody he know personally. And as far as my uneducated opinions go, brother, you need to pull out. Hope you pull out. Hope you're not even going in. Because I'd be damned if I'm fronting a girl, giving a girl, blessing a girl, have a girl $3,000, and 2 weeks later, her phone off. And not only her phone off, she got attitude about it. Like, what? What do they do that at? What type of human are you dealing with that is that ungrateful, that is that rude, that is, it's a lot wrong. And my brother, you got to be grateful for first thing first, putting yourself in that type of situation. Because I know some women who are damn good women. And if you get them $3,000, they damn near finna marry your ass, let alone be like, my phone off and talking shit about you to their friends. So the type of character of people that you're dealing with can misconstrue your perception of the world, right? So this is an example of a man who's talking about the lower class women. First question is, why are you dealing with the lower class? Leave the help alone. We don't do the help, right? You got to have standards. You got to have them women who appreciate you. Because 9 times out of 10, like, what you need $3,000 for? Like, that's for real. You that far behind on your rent? If you're that far behind on your rent, you got a reasonable reason why? Because now I'm just getting just losing points. Like, so you're not a good adult. You're not a good human. You're not good at managing yourself, right? But what do I know? Uneducated opinions, just dropping breadcrumbs. Let's get to the next video.
Okay, I'm about to get ready to go out. So let's do story time. So this is a story just about a previous date that I've had. In the end, I really want to know if I'm wrong for thinking the way that I think. So let me know. Stay tuned, please. Okay, so I get there a little early and I valet. He's like a minute later than me, and I see that he parks across the street instead of choosing to valet. I don't really question it because, to each their own, whatever. And then we go and have our dinner. We end up ordering like 3 courses, appetizer, entree, dessert. We had wine. I was really impressed by his palate. He didn't just stick to like the typical things. He was a little adventurous in what he likes to eat. Also, it was a first date too, and he brought me flowers. I really did like that. They were red and white roses. They were pretty beautiful. So we're getting ready to leave. Mind you, we didn't finish all of our food. So we both have leftover food and the flowers that he gave me. So we're walking to valet. The valet is like, okay, will that be cash or card? And I'm like, card. Okay. So the guy literally does not even attempt to take out his card or like reach in his pocket or anything. Mind you, I have flowers in a hand and I have my leftover food in the hand too. So not only is he not even attempting to not pay for the valet, he's also like completely unbothered with the fact that my hands are full. And I mean, I can't reach into my purse. Unbothered. So literally the valet guy is like, well, somebody got to pay. So he takes my flowers. So I end up reaching in my bag and paying for the valet because somebody got to pay for it. Mind you, again, while we're having dinner, we're laughing and joking, everything's going so good, but I'm just so turned off that he didn't even attempt to try to pay for the valet. And I'm really just a little taken back because I don't think I've ever had to pay for my own valet coming from a date, like ever. Like that's kind of weird and it kind of turned me off. So I called my friend afterwards when I got in the car and I was on my way home, and I was like, just kind of explained everything the way I explained everything now. And I was like, girl, like, am I tripping that I'm upset that he didn't pay for my valet? Or like, what? Because this has never happened before. So, I don't know.
And she didn't tell me what the friend say. She didn't say what the friend say because the friend probably like, bitch, you tripping. Unbothered. The best. If I was brother, I'd be unbothered. Because listen, I just took you out. I get there. You park before I get there. You park in valet. I treat you to a great evening. I show you that I got a great palate, right? As you say, sound like a distinguished gentleman. Energy is right. We got three course meal. We got desserts. We got drinks. We got wine. We got flowers. And your biggest complaint is that I didn't pay for your valet after you told the valet driver cash, after you chose to park in the valet. That is your biggest complaint of the night. You're like for real. Like you deserve, like you is the type of girl that the dude in the previous video about giving a chick $3,000 and her phone is off 2 weeks later, you the chick that he gave $3,000 to. You is she. That's crazy. And then you had to call your friend and ask her, was you tripping? Because you was so, fellas, protect your energy, man. Don't even invest time in women like this who is so unappreciative, who have the princess syndrome so tough that even after you showing up with flowers and treating a woman to a 3-course meal and showing her good energy and vibes and conversation, she's still gonna nitpick the fact that you didn't pay for her flowers. Right. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I just misspoke. Pay for her valet. But let me say less. We got one more video, man. We just dropping breadcrumbs, man. We just talking about perspectives and dating in 2023, man. It's crazy out here, right? Because y'all see. I'm just saying.
I respect all my exes. I think they were amazing. I've dated very good men. I respect them. They were kings, right? But the reason a lot of women leave a relationship is because they didn't have other things that keep them excited.
This is why men don't believe what women say, because we constantly contradict ourselves. And it's like the other question, I'm just telling you how the men would hear what you said. If you said, oh, they're great guys, but they were bums, they would either hear that you date losers, or they would hear that you're not loyal because you leave good men. This is just, I'm telling you how they would take it.
And she right? Because you would hear a girl say, as a man who feel like I'm one of the few, I feel like I'm one of them, right? You know what I'm saying? I pat myself on the back from time to time. And anywho, right, well, let's stick to track. Stick to the track. As a man, you will hear a woman tell you things like, man, my ex, he was a great guy. He did everything for me. He paid all the bills. He paid my car note. He did this. He did that. He did this. He did that, right? But he was boring, or he wasn't lame, or he didn't excite me, or he didn't go outside enough, right? But so I left him. As a man, I'm like, damn, this nigga was totally invested, because real is real, right? Most men know it's rare for another man to invest his whole everything into another woman, right? Into anything, right? Willing to go broke for a woman, right? Because most men ain't, right? And this is the type of situation where the unsaid is louder than what's said, right? Because the option B is you invest the time into a bum, to a joker, to a loser. So in the same breath, she'll big up her ex and tear him down in the same breath while trying to keep herself looking clean. So I'm like, either you left away from a loyal dude who was willing to invest into you, into your being, or you have a tendency to choose trash. Which one is it? Can we have a conversation? An honest conversation. People got questions. The audience want to know. But what do I know? As I always say, disclaimer, all advice ain't good advice. I'm just a young black celestial being, born and raised outside Chicago, who decided to start a YouTube called Be Greater Podcast, here to try to help people understand, overstand, and just be greater in all, right? So listen, as I always say, I'm wishing good energy, To everybody, like, subscribe is all I ask. Until next time, man, y'all already know the vibe, right? Be great or die. What's up? I just want to say thank y'all for tuning in to Be Greater Podcast. It's your boy Earthwind. I just want to say please hit the subscribe button and salute to everybody that's rocking with me.